Journal 500. The assignments are simple when the teams show up for the season-ending Atlanta Journal 500. Wallace has to finish 18th or better, and the $1 million Winston Cup is his. Earnhardt and Martin have to dominate in winning championship form and hope that Wallace falls prey to misfortune. Atlanta is packed. This is the one they've all been waiting for. An entire season comes down for a decision, not for one driver, not for two, but a trio. Earnhardt, poised like a cobra, ready to strike from his third starting position. Right alongside Rusty Wallace, right behind the front row of Ken Schrader and Alan Kulwicki. In turn two, Dale drops low beneath Kulwicki and moves on by as Wallace fades. Schrader and Earnhardt charge side by side through turns 3 and 4. On the front straight, it's still a door handle battle, with Schrader just nudging by Earnhardt at the stripe. Car 89, Rodney Combs, spins. Earnhardt leads on the restart. Forget the disappointment at Charlotte, the setbacks at North Wilkesboro and Rockingham. Win this race, see what happens. That's the good wrench strategy. Rusty Wallace makes an unscheduled stop and goes a lap down. Greg Sachs spins the Dinner Bell Pontiac, and that collects Richard Petty and Jimmy Spencer. Earnhardt and Schrader continue their war as Mark Martin keeps the leaders in sight. Wallace slows to turn 3. He's headed for the pits for another unplanned stop. He's now 2 laps down. The Coors machine of 1988 champion Bill Elliott is on the sidelines. Out of 4, Dale Earnhardt moves by Wallace yet again, putting Rusty now down 3 laps. The championship hopes of Mark Martin end in this blazing fire. His title hopes are over, at least for 1989. The race for the Winston Cup is on the track. The crews can only watch and wait. They've done their job. It's up to the men behind the wheel. The tension begins to show. The white flag, final circuit for 1989. The last lap of the decade of the 80s. And it's Dale Earnhardt who so clearly dominates this event, leading 294 of the 328 laps. Earnhardt flies under the checkered flag as the Childress crews celebrate. But an emotion-filled Kodiak crew headed by Barry Dotson appeared on the track, waiting for this moment. After all the problems they've sustained in this Atlanta Journal 500, the 1989 Winston Cup champion is crowned. It's Rusty Wallace. Earnhardt celebrates in victory lane. Dale did what he had to do. He won the Atlanta Journal 500, but he fell 12 points short in the final season standings of the $1 million Winston bonus. It was a hard-fought campaign, and Earnhardt looks back over the season.
Well, it was up and down season, really. You know, we had some pretty good races, and we were real competitive all year like usual, but got down to the end of the year and had a couple bad races there, and you know, it hurt us a little bit, but still, all in all, we had a lot of fun racing. You know, racing's what we do and what we enjoy, so what we get is what we, you know, do, but you know, I love to win, and it's something we didn't do enough in '89. We're going to work toward 1990 and try to do more of it.
Earnhardt has won the battle, but Wallace has scrambled to a 15th place finish, and he's won the war. A jubilant Rusty Wallace can look ahead to 1990 and defending his championship.
Yeah, I can look ahead to 1990. 1990 is going to be a wonderful year. A new sponsorship, new looking car, a lot of new different things. Even got a new airplane, so I'm excited about 1990 a lot.
The year put a lot of pressure on you, put a lot of pressure on your best friend Dale Earnhardt. How do you think you came out of it?
I think he held up pretty good. He did all right. He got a little weak sometimes on me, but other than that, he held on okay.
What would you say he'd say about you?
I don't know. I think he finally learned it, and he can't win races by mouth, and that's what we both agreed on, and we both went to drive, and we both had good times this year.